field, friends and fans celebrated the life and career of Frank Robinson. And then on the field, the Orioles honored him with a hard-nosed 10-1 victory over the A's. And today, they go for a series win and a 5-1 homestand. Make Frank proud. It's the Orioles on Massett and a beautiful Sunday afternoon in downtown Baltimore as the A's and O's will finish up with this rubber match on this Sunday, and for the Orioles a chance to go 5-1 on this homestand. The Orioles come into this Sunday tied for first and playing some good baseball. And yesterday, for the first time, they got away from the home runs, although they did get one from Davis, and delivered some base hits, key base hits that resulted in a 10-run outburst. What a difference a day can make. Take a look at how some of the numbers changed because of yesterday. The runs per game going into yesterday was 4. As a result, it's 4.3 with the big day yesterday. Batting average jumped by 8 points, up to 250. The ERA dropped from 3.11 to 3.21, and the runner in scoring position number now at 231 from 213. It's just an indication, Mike Mordick, of the fact that we're still early in the season and that one ball game and a few at-bats can make a big difference in the numbers.
Well, you're right. Early in the season, numbers are going to jump with great performances. But yesterday, the Orioles had a great game plan. They had a sinker ball pitcher going against them. They got him up in the zone, and they stayed hard to the middle, pounding out 14 hits against him and scoring 10 runs.
How about the fact 12 of those were singles? 12 of the 14 hits were singles, but they came at opportune times.
Well, no doubt about it. Great situational hitting all night. But, you know, the key to that is not being over-aggressive on that sinker ball. Like I said, they had a great plan, and staying hard to the middle was the key to them.
Wei-Yin Chen was outstanding on the mound in the sense that he found a way to get through it. First inning, big chance, 2 on, Weeks walk, Chris Bunt single. Cespedes goes down, striking out. Still in the inning, fly ball. Suzuki would go to right field. That would end the inning. Amazingly, Chen didn't give anything up. In the 4th inning, Suzuki on second, 2 outs. Pennington, fly ball, center field, ended the inning. Chen did that at-bat after at-bat in tough situations.
He sure did. He battled through that first inning and settled down and had a great night, getting the team into the 7th inning, able to get into that bullpen. But what a gutsy performance by Chen, you know, after getting roughed up a little bit. Once again, you go back to his composure, mound presence, stayed with it. Nice night.
Very nice night. Orioles hope to redo it as we get set for Sunday baseball. It was Little League Day. Thousands of kids on hand in their stand to see the ball game. You by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Jeep. Jeep and the unique brand of freedom you'll find only in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit jeep.com to learn more. Glorious day. Sun's back out. Take a look at our train game time temperature as we go into this with a lot of blue sky. 66 degrees, very light breeze blowing it in a bit from center field. Visit train.com for an independent train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train. And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the A's, brought to you by Dodge. Chris, Pennington, and Reddick. Cespedes, Kaela, Smith, Suzuki, Sogard, and Hughes. Coco Crisp against Hunters had some good numbers. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out their powerful lineup.
Here's the AFCIA Intelligent report on Tommy Hunter tonight. He needs to establish a good rhythm early. He's had a little problem with mechanics, keeping the ball up in the zone, but he's been working hard with Rick Adair. He's a great competitor, always out there finding ways to win, and he has great success against the American League West. 5-0 against the A's in his career.
So he will try and keep that string alive here against the A's, who are back to 500, playing at 11-11, while the Orioles are 13-8. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. Coco Crisp. Crisp is the designated hitter in this ball game in the leadoff spot. He's had a 3 for 7 so far in this series. Crisp 3 for 9 with a home run against Hunter. And the pitch is taken away for a ball, and it will go to 1-1. On paper, at least, Hunter-Cologne, this matchup looks like a real good one.
It sure does. I mean, all these matchups here, this homestand, look like great matchups.
That one in the air to right field. Markakis back, and he's going to have
room. The Orioles were able to get to Ross last night, like we had talked about earlier, but on paper, all these matchups are just head-to-head. Great pitching staffs from the Orioles and the A's.
The Hunter gets that first out. Pennington coming up. Pennington moved up in the order by Bob Melvin for today's game. Cliff Pennington playing at shortstop. Struggling a bit at the plate right now. He's not had a hit in this series. He's gone 0 for 7. And that has extended his streak to 0 for the last 15 for Pennington. Thus dumping that average down to 179. He'll foul it back.
You know, we had talked about the Orioles numbers jumping up with their performance last night. The same thing with players. If they can, obviously some of them this year in the early going getting off to slow starts, but peck away, get a couple hits a game, and that average will climb pretty quickly.
Talking about those numbers, Mike, I saw Tyson Ross, who started the ball game last night, came in with an ERA of 2.13. You know what his ERA is today? 6.48.
Ouch.
From 2.13 to 6.48 in one game. He gave up 9 runs on 11 hits in 4 innings. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, that hurts a little bit.
That's one of those that'll stick with you, too. That, even as the season goes along, that's a really tough day for a pitcher. Fouls that one back over the screen, and a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Pennington.
Yeah, ERAs tend to go up a lot faster than they can come down.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
You got to pitch a solid 9 innings in order to get it down, but you pitch a bad 4,
yeah.
and it'll triple or quadruple on you. 25-year-old Tommy Hunter looking for his 3rd win of the season with that 2-1 mark. And even the count here at 2-2. And Pennington will foul it right straight back. The lefties are hitting 283 off Hunter, and the right-handers 234. So this lineup is loaded with lefties and switch hitters in the ball game today. The first 3 faces in Crisp, Pennington, and Reddick will all be batting left-handed. And the pitch is away. 3-ball, 2-strike count.
Tommy's last start, you know, he wasn't very happy with it. He wasn't happy with his command. He elevated some balls, but he was able to hold the Blue Jays offense to just 1 run over 6 innings.
3-2 chopper right back to the mound. Pennington is 0 for 16.
Well, the Orioles defense this afternoon: Nolan Reimhold in left field, Adam Jones in center, Nick Markakis in right. Wilson Betterman gets started 3rd. J.J. Hardy at short, Andino playing second base, and Mark Reynolds first base tonight, and Matt Wieters doing the catching.
Buck Showalter continues to juggle in the lineup of movable parts. He warned us in spring training about it virtually every day. Not many people believed it. Believe it. The Orioles have used 3 first basemen, 3 third basemen, 3 right fielders, and 6 different designated hitters so far, and we haven't even finished the first month of the season yet. And the pitch is taken down low for a ball.
Well, it's pretty nice to have that versatility, matchup, you know, potentially against certain pitchers. Obviously the numbers, some hitters have better success off other pitchers.
That's going to be a base hit into center field out of the reach of Hardy. And Reddick is on. He's got a 4-game hit streak, and he's now 4 for 9 in this series.
Well, Reddick continues to bring his good swing into Camden Yards. Right here, stays on it with a hard line drive back up the middle. Great effort by J.J. Hardy. Just a little bit too high.
2 feet too short. Unlike yourself, as we mentioned last night, 7'1" Mike Bordick.
And 6'1".
6'1", sorry. Oh, sorry. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. The Orioles have held him down. Their outstanding Cuban center fielder has not had a hit in the series. He's gone 0 for 8. And he came in with a pretty hot bat. Average now down at 240. 5 home runs. He's picked up 3 doubles, 4 stolen bases, 5-tool player with Reddick on at first base. Cespedes in the cleanup spot. Hunter. Pitch will miss away to him, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. The all-time Cuban record for home runs in a single season. He set that in his last year playing for the Cuban national team. 33 home runs. Very hard, obviously, to judge that league, except for the fact they've always had such great players in Cuba. That is in foul territory. Betamit is over, and he's done it. Tommy Hunter's out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Fans enjoying the picnic area today. Out there today after yesterday's unveiling, getting some pictures in front of that, and there'll be a lot more to come. Take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Reimold, Hardy, Markakis, Jones, Wieters, and Davis, Betamit, Reynolds, and Andino. And on this homestand, do not touch Chris Davis. You will be burned.
It's the AFCIA intelligence report on Bartolo Colon. He is a strike thrower. 2 starts ago, he threw 38 consecutive strikes. Sinker baller. 80% of his pitches are sinker balls, and he's a veteran of 14 years in the big league, so he knows what to do out there on the mound.
Orioles have got him already, Mike. That pitch was not a strike.
That's right.
This day's over for Bartolo.
They're ahead of the game.
And a ground to third. That's a fair ball, and Reimold's at it again. Smith will chase it down into second base with a 14-game hit streak. Nolan Reimold.
Oh, what a great start for Nolan Reimholt. Cologne runs that in on him, and he's able to get the hands inside that and keep it fair down the left field line for a double. Good start for the Orioles.
Cologne's going to have to learn. You got to throw first pitch strikes.
Yeah. Right.
All right, a runner at second base, and that'll be fouled back by Hardy. J.J. Hardy's had a 1 for 6 so far in this series. Other numbers the Orioles picked up on last night: 5 for 11 with runners in scoring position in the ball game. They still, as a team, are hitting just .231, which is 13th in the league. Bunting, and he would have had that one had he been able to get it fair, because Hughes was way back at third base.
Well, pretty good idea right there in the first inning. Try to advance Nolan Reimholt and get himself a base hit.
Hardy will come back with a 1 for 10 against Cologne lifetime. The Orioles will try and get on the board early, as they did yesterday in the ball game, trying to pick up a series win with this Sunday day game. Here's the 0-2. Reimholt stealing, trying to save him. It's going to be a double play. A great jump by Reimholt. Hardy with a 2-strike, trying to protect the runner going, really, in a soft liner and an easy double play.
Yeah, that's just some tough luck right there. JJ does a good job of battling that off. Reimholt obviously running, and the easy double play for the A's.
So that will take that lead off double off, and for Cologne there's a big defensive play coming early in the game. Kaiua at first base. That was right to him, and Reimholt was already all the way over to third. Here's Markakis. 2 down, nobody on. Nick will take it up high for a ball. Markakis, pretty good numbers against Cologne. 5 for 19 lifetime against him. This series has been a little tough. Markakis, one of the many Orioles who's been a bit under the weather, puts that one in the air to center field. Cespedes going back, trying to find it. Does, and will make the catch. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. Big double play early in the ball game, helping out Cologne. Luna, call for the Luna double and get your second room of flooring free. 877-241-LUNA. Some of the thousands of youngsters on hand as the big Little League Parade 2012 took place before the ball game today, with a number of the Oriole players coming in and out of the clubhouse to stand up by the railing and greet the kids as they paraded by.
Pretty special to be a young Little Leaguer here at Camden Yards today, saying hi to some of their heroes.
Very nice, and what a great weather day for it to take place. We go to the second inning. Kaiua will lead it off and will top that first one down to first base. Reynolds is there. He will tag the runner on the way by. 1 pitch and 1 out. Maryland Lottery striking rich contestant for our game is Kerry Sullivan from Mechanicsville. Carey's already won $500 for being selected, and for every strikeout the Orioles pitch, you'll get another $100 from the Maryland Lottery. See how you can turn non-winning Strike It Rich scratch-offs into cash and enter to win great Orioles prizes. mdlottery.com/strikeitRich. And good luck, Carey. Here is Seth Smith. Smith back in left field in the ball game. He had an 0 for 4 in the only game he has started in the series, and takes it for a strike. For the Orioles, Tommy Hunter, this is Major League start number 60. Hunter is 27-16 in Major League starts with a 4.5 earned run average. And as Mike mentioned, he's had great success against this Oakland organization. 5-0, 6 starts, and a 4.28 earned run average. 0-2 on Smith. Hits it in, and it's foul back. But Showalter's club with a chance to have a 5-1 homestand. Orioles have now won 6 and lost 4 at home in the season. And that's going to be to short. Hardy perfectly positioned. Smith returned.
Tommy Hunter's done a nice job here in the early going, getting ahead, hitting his spots, keeping the ball down, getting a couple ground balls. His velocity might not be where he wants it right now, but in talking with Rick Adair, they're tinkering with some things mechanically that will hopefully increase that velocity. And I know that just through experience and talking with Rick, Tommy Hunter throws a lot of cutters, and that might be a situation that might be taking away from his velocity. Sometimes pitchers can get a little cutter happy. Obviously, they love that movement, and when you can locate it, it's a very effective pitch. But if you want to maintain your velocity, you have to continue to throw 4-seamers.
Suzuki will pop that one up. Wieters coming back, may have room. He does. In a very solid and quick inning for Tommy Hunter, who sets him down 1-2-3. The Yankees. Jason Hamill takes the mound against Hiroki Kuroda in the opener. Our coverage on MASN HD begins 6:30 with O's Extra, presented by Jeep, followed by our game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN. As Bartolo Colon will go to work against Jones, Wieters, and Davis here in the second inning. 77% of layup batters have been retired by Bartolo Colon, along with all those strikes he's throwing this season. And his batting average, 209 opposing hitters against him, is the 10th best. Left-handers are hitting just 203 and right-handers 218. And he's had 5 starts and worked 34 innings, so those numbers have some validity. That one will skip on by as Adam Jones will lead it off. 7-game hit streak in which he's just tearing it up with that .407 batting average and hitting the ball hard and getting key home runs for the Orioles. Colon will get it in for a strike.
Well, he's been playing some great baseball, both offensively and defensively, running the bases aggressively. Off to a super start for the Orioles.
Here's the 1-1 delivery on the way, and that's going to be a broken bat bloop that should fall in. No. Good coverage by Pennington, who went back to get that one, and Jones is retired. One away here in the second inning.
Well, we talk about Cologne's fastball, and I think a lot of people might assume that just because it's a fastball, you know, there's not going to be much life to it. But Cologne's ball moves so much. He has that sinker that he can run on the start on the outside part of the plate, almost in the other batter's box to right-handed hitters and bring it back over the plate, or he can run it in just like he did right there to Adam Jones.
38 years old, and the pitch is in there for a strike to Matt Wieters. Cologne has just found new life this year, and talking to some who follow this ball club, they think he's in the best spot you can be in when you're playing pro sports. He doesn't have to do it anymore. He does it because he wants to. He's loving every minute of it, working at it, enjoying it, and what comes.
That's right. Well, it's pretty nice to be in that situation where you can just relax and have fun playing the game you love, not stressing out about the next start or you know, getting some time in the major leagues.
Doesn't mean he's not competitive, right? It just means he can really go and work at it. Cy Young Award winner in 2005 for Bartolo Colon, an all-star a couple of times around. Wieters will chop that one foul at the plate, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matt has been one of the many on this ball club who's not felt very well over the last week or longer. Sinus conditions, flu conditions. Markakis has had that. Food poisoning for Jim Johnson, the Orioles closer, who's back with the ball club, but probably they hope he does. They wouldn't have to turn today to have him pitch. He's not really ready to go yet. They'd love to have him back for New York. 3 ball, 2 strike count. Matt Wieters 1 for 7 lifetime off Bartolo Colon. And the 3-2 swung on and missed.
Well, Bartolo once again using that fastball for success. Up and away, just off the plate, but just enough movement for Matt Wieters to swing and just miss.
Here's the hero of the homestand. Chris Davis is the DH today. He's got a 4-game hit streak, 4 for 7, a home run, 4 RBIs, put one out on Utah Street last night. And a monster shot.
Yeah, he got to that ball well, and it made a loud noise. For a second, I thought it was going to be on the roof of the warehouse. It had that much height.
He'll foul that one back. Davis, interesting that last night in the 3 for 4, 4 RBIs, he saw a grand total of 7 pitches in his 4 at-bats last night. Foul back. He's the 28th player to have at least 4 RBIs in a game so far this year, but he's the only player to do that with fewer than 2 pitches per plate appearance. I mean, he just came up last night looking ready.
Right, he was.
See you later.
Thou shalt not pass.
Yeah,
right?
Really. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Davis. And takes it down low. Take a look at our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact. Last time the O's scored 10 runs versus the A's, you got to go back to 0-2. Jeff Conine was a 2 for 4, 2 homer, 5 RBI person in that game. And the Orioles did that, of course, last night with their 10-1 win. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Davis is going to start right where he left off. Just a nice, soft, gentle stroke. Drives it up the middle. He's got a base hit.
Well, you were right, Gary. Pretty nice, easy swing right here. He was able to stay on that pitch, keeping that bat head through the strike zone just long enough. Colon got him out in front a little bit. You can see him reach there, get the good part of the bat on it, and drive it up the middle for a base hit.
So the Orioles have their second hit of the ball game. Comes with 2 down. Wilson Betemit, he too has a 4-game hit streak going. Betemit playing at third base in the ball game today. And he will take the pitch on the inside corner. Bartolo Colon is coming off a loss against the White Sox. He gave up a couple of runs on 7 hits in the ball game. It was a shutout for the White Sox. Tough loss for him. He did walk 3 batters in that game. He'd only given up 2 walks in the previous 4 starts. Also gave up a couple of home runs in that game. As Adam Dunn and Paul Konerko had homers off him, he had not surrendered but 1 in his first 4 games. So the last start a little more offense generated against Colon than had happened in his first 4. 1 ball, 1 strikeout. And a check swing. Did he go? No.
Colon throws Bedeman a couple fastballs, but here tries to get him to bite on a hard slider down and in. Wilson able to hold up on that.
Davis being held at first base, short lead. Sogard, second baseman, back on the outfield grass against Bedemeat. And cuts right through that one. And it's 2-2. Colon has had only 5 walks and 22 strikeouts now in the 35 innings that he's worked. He owns an 11-8 mark against the Orioles. Lots of times up against the O's. And got him. Well, Colon settling in. That's 2 strikeouts in the inning, and that will do it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base after 2 scoreless. The stadium. Visit Sarasota on Florida's Gulf Coast at number1beach.com. Getting up into the 90s this week in Sarasota. Beautiful day here, though. And all kinds of little leaguers on hand to see the game today and parade around the ballpark before it started. And a good one underway. No score through the first 2 innings. Here's Eric Sogard. Sogard, a homer in the series, 1 for 3, couple of RBIs. Getting the start at second base. Bob Melvin continues to shuffle his lineup around. Down to first. Reynolds there. 1 down.
Well, Mark Reynolds getting the start at first base today. Hasn't played much there this year. Obviously had some success when he moved over there at the end of the year in 2011. Nice play right there on a smash by Sogard.
Reynolds played 43 games at first base last year. And as we said, continues as part of the movable parts program this year as he's back over there for the first time. Showing bunt, had him back. It's all up to Hunter, barehanded. And nice play Boy, Reynolds avoided what could have been a serious injury with that arm wrist going into the runner. He made the catch and pulled it back to get the out.
Well, that was a pretty nice bunt. Tommy Hunter does a great job getting off the mound. Had to barehand the play because he knew it was going to be close. Ball runs up the line, and Mark Reynolds, just avoiding contact. Very dangerous play for both Mark Reynolds and Hughes running down the line to avoid injury right there. My goodness.
We were just talking about that last night. Here's Crisp about how many serious injuries occur at first base. Crisp showing bunt because these collisions are so dangerous.
All right, elbows, knees.
If he doesn't get his arm back and the runner runs into it, it's hyperextended. The wrist gets snapped around. The elbow does. Really a fine play. That's going to be fouled back. Crisp flied out his first time up. Sometimes you see first basemen will try and take those kind of throws in foul territory in order to avoid collision with the runner, but that angle wasn't right. He either was going to be on that side of the bag or he wasn't going to be able to get it.
Sure, you might see that play if it's coming from third or first base or shortstop.
Yeah,
you know, they can see the ball and judge it a little bit better. But you have Tommy Reynolds making it by the pitcher's mound and obviously throwing it pretty hard. Being a pitcher, doesn't have much time to move his feet to make that play. Just pretty much instinctive, reactive there, just to catch it and get out of the way.
0-2 count on Crisp. And the pitch will be taken up high. Tommy Hunter putting together, trying 3 efficient innings. Only up to the 31 pitch count here. 2 down in the third. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Crisp. That's in there, and that will be fouled off. Coco Crisp trying to get his average going, hitting just 196 on the season. This A's team continues a monumental struggle to try and find some runs. They've scored very few runs of late. Their batting average on the road is a major league low 200 right now. 1-2 delivery, and that's going to be taken up high. So far they've set a new record for the Oakland franchise in the fewest runs scored in 22 games. They've scored only 65 runs. No Oakland team has ever had that few. 2-2, and Hunter comes inside, and it's a full count.
And if it wasn't for Johnny Gomes hitting that solo home run last night, it would have been their 5th shutout offensively this year.
Those are nasty numbers offensively. 3-ball, 2-strike delivery to Crisp. Crisp has done this the entire series and his whole career, really. He is one of those hitters who takes an extraordinary number of pitches at the plate because he can foul off so many good pitches from the opposing pitcher. He's doing it again right here. Here's the 3-2 delivery, and it draws a walk as a result. 1 on, 2 down. Last night, Orioles Legends Celebration Series kicked off. Frank Robinson, the beginning. Series continues Saturday, May 12. Brooks Robinson will join Frank, being immortalized in the larger-than-life bronze sculpture at the Camden Yards Gardens. And we hope all of you will get tickets and celebrate the Orioles Legends Celebration Series package. It's 888-848-BIRD or Orioles.com for info. And Frank couldn't talk enough about Brooks yesterday. 2 very close friends. And Brooks unable to be here, and we extend all our best wishes to Brooks always, as Frank said. Always in our thoughts and in Frank's thoughts, as Brooksy will be the next to have the sculpture unveiled here at Camden Yards. Pennington has grounded out 0 for his last 16. Off-speed delivery is in there for a strike from Hunter. Not a particularly big lead for Crisp at first. He's not going. That's going to go to left field, and that's going to end the offer. So Pennington delivers a 2-out single, moving Crisp down to second base and ends his 0 for 16 with that base hit.
A pretty good piece of hitting there. Tommy Hunter made a nice pitch away. Huntington was able to fight it off.
So the attempt at a 2-out rally with Reddick coming up. Reddick singled in the first inning. He has hit successfully in his last 4 and hitting at 264 in the year. And he'll follow back. So Reddick with a good stand here against the Orioles, now up to 353 lifetime. 6 home runs against the O's. 4 of those have been hit in this ballpark, where he carries a .421 batting average. 16 for 38 coming into the game. So now he's 17 for 39 at Camden Yards. He's the kind of guy that a GM for the Orioles would look at and go, we got to get him. We got to get him, because every time we see him, he's going 3 for 4, 4 for 4, and he's hitting home runs.
Right. Well, I was talking to DeMarlo Hale this morning, because he had him when he was with the Red Sox, and even if J.J. Reddick had been struggling with the Red Sox, whenever they came to Baltimore, he was in the lineup because he had so much success here.
And another one of those baseball oddities you just can't explain why it would work that way. We had a quote of his in the ball game last night with him saying, I don't know. Says maybe it's because I got my first at bat in here, first hit at Camden Yards, and I just feel comfortable playing in this ballpark because this is where I started my major league career.
Yeah, that might have a lot to do with it, actually. This is a good place to start it, right?
Yeah.
Camden Yards. I mean,
yeah.
Aren't many ballparks around the league that give you this nice feeling.
2-ball, 2-strike count. Runners on first and second. Hunter trying to work out of it and gets a Baltimore chop. And does. Reynolds is going to probably talk to Hunter about, you could throw an 89-mile-an-hour thing over to first.
Yeah.
Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by Acura Advance, by Chapin Davis Investments, celebrating 60 years of advising investors. Call Chapin Davis at 800-222-3246. And by Hyundai. New Hyundai owners are talking about their cars in the booth. Bottom half of the third inning. Cologne will work to Reynolds, and he takes a strike. 4 hits, 9 at bats, lifetime for Reynolds off Cologne. Orioles had a chance to get to him in that first inning in the Raimel leadoff double, but the double play line drive with Raimel running ended that, and Cologne settled in the second. 2-strike count on Reynolds. And that's up the middle. Wow. Sogard is there. Again, the defensive positioning denying the hit. Cologne getting himself turned around sideways just in time.
Well, obviously pretty frustrating for Mark Reynolds. He about takes Cologne's head off. Wow. Line drive up the middle, and nice defensive placement right there by Mike Gallego and Chip Hale. Getting their infield lined up properly. Sogard makes the play easily.
Robert Andino. Andino will take the pitch for a strike. Real fine ball game with 3 singles, an RBI, and a run scored last night. He went 3 for 4. He's never had a hit off Bartolo Colon. 0 for 6. And the 0-1 cutter is going to miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike count. The strike thrower with a 1-1. And that's going to be a base hit, center field. And Dinos back on the mark. He gets a 1-out single. The Orioles have their 3rd hit.
Robert definitely feeling good about his swing right now. Jumps all over a Bartolo Colon fastball for the base hit up the middle.
And Nolan Reimold extended that hit streak to 14 games in a hurry with the double he picked up in the 1st inning. 3 hits in the series, 3 for 9. And the throw over will get Andino back. Take a look at our Hollywood Casino League leaderboard. Active hit streaks. Reimold's on top ahead of Pagan, Ty Wigand and the former Oriole, Alex Presley, Desmond Jennings, and Art Span. All on that list with streaks, and that's going to go to second. Chance for 2. No. Reimold lines out to Sogard. Our league leaderboard, the slots, tables, and dining, the ultimate triple play at Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. 2 down here in the 3rd inning.
Well, the Orioles have hit in some tough luck here in the early going. Pretty good base running right there by Robert Andino to get back on that line drive to second base.
They're hitting the ball off Bartolo Colon. Here's Hardy. He hit into that 3-6 double play his first time up. And the pitch is inside for a ball. Same alignment against these right-handed hitters in the infield. Sogard moved over towards second, the second baseman, and Pennington deep at short, swung around to third. Not going to catch that one on the ground. Will it stay fair? Nope. Had the legs, not the eyes.
Well, JJ just missed laying down a bunt base hit in the 1st inning. Lined out to first base in that at bat, and just missed a home run right there, pulling it down the left field line.
3 home runs on the season so far for Hardy. Now a 1 ball 1 strike count with Andino off first base. And Cologne's delivery is going to be popped up first base side. Gaoe with the sun battles it and puts it away for the out. So these 2 pitches in charge. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We've completed 3. Hunter Colon locked in a good one. For the achiever in you. Take a look at the lowest ERA Major League Baseball since April 22. The Orioles on top with that. With that 1.47 since that date. The Cardinals, Reds, Nationals, Padres, and Tampa Bay Rays. Most of those teams, except for the Orioles, preseason, you probably would have given them a shot to be in that list. I'm not sure many would have given the Orioles a chance. I don't think anybody would have put him at number 1. But that's how good the staff has been.
Well, they've really done a great job, but I think as Buck Showalter continues to talk about it, all revolves around the starting pitching. Our starting pitching going so deep into games as of late really adds to a healthy bullpen. Guys can, get work. They're always going to be rested, which I think is a key. Possibly establish roles, and you can mix them up when they're healthy, not overworked.
1-1. That's going to be up the middle for a base hit. And Cespedes has his first hit against the Orioles. He had an 0 for 9 in the series prior to that one. The Orioles are going to return to Camden Yards Monday, May 7. There's a 9-game homestand coming up, and it's going to be tough and good. The Rangers, the Rays, and the Yankees. On Tuesday, May 8, don't miss Ollie's Bargain Night, presented by Ollie's Bargain Outlet. And for every Tuesday home game, all upper reserve seats are only $9 in advance. Take advantage of it. 888-848-BIRD. Go to Orioles.com. Talk about a streak of testing. I mean, not that all Major League games aren't tough. The Orioles got to go to New York. They got to go to Boston. Then they come back and play the Rangers, Rays, and Yankees. Kaiue down to first. He didn't touch the bag. There's one. Relay. Double play. Oh, how about that one?
Beautiful play right there by Mark Reynolds. J.J. Hardy with a nice turn as well. Smash down the line. Reynolds just reacting. Boom. Nice play. Flips it to J.J. Looked pretty easy from there, but man, oh man. Just a great reaction play by Mark Reynolds. Super throw. Right back to him. I'll tell you what, when Mark Reynolds has to just react and make instinctive moves down there, he can make some super plays. And that was one of them.
We said last year in the games he played there, and we mentioned before, 43 of them at first. There's just something about first base and Mark Reynolds that seem to go together.
He just seems comfortable, doesn't he? Man, oh man, last year watching him pick balls out of the dirt, he did it like no other. And I wouldn't be surprised if he continues to play like that over there, that you see him more often at first base.
An amazing play. Seth Smith quickly 2 down on the double play, and the off-speed pitch will be up high. And a 3-0 count. Smith grounded out his first time up. So Tommy Hunter getting some good defense behind him, eliminating that leadoff single. 3-0 delivery. Taking all the way, and it's in there for a strike to Smith. Hunter just 51 pitches thrown, and swung on and missed. 3 ball, 2 strike count.
Well, he falls behind early, 3-0, and then comes right back at him. Here's the payoff pitch.
Here's the 3-2 delivery. Down to first again, hits the bag. Nothing you can do with that one. That will go to Markakis. He's got a shot at him at second base. The throw, and got him. Oh, Lordy. Pile up the D. Nick Markakis, thou shalt not challenge the arm. Smith tried it and gets thrown out. So 2 outstanding defensive plays by the Orioles behind Tommy Hunter. Help him get out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. Markakis nails him with a throw at second base to Hardy. Figure it's going to matter.
Now Nick Markakis gets to this ball, bare hands it, and J.J. Hardy straddling the base. Perfect throw by Markakis. J.J. putting the tag down.
It's a great call by Jeff Kellogg. That's a very close play, and he had it.
Well, it sure is.
I mean, he got the tag on him just before the foot touched the bag.
Well, you know, it's funny. We talk about the other night, we were talking about middle infielders taking a throw from the catcher and straddling the base. Well, it's the same thing for a ball coming from the outfield, and J.J. was straddling that base perfectly. If he takes it on the outfield side and might have to drag that tag back, it gives the umpire a different look, and he potentially can call him safe.
Yep. Probably would be safe. On that play, that extra split second to bring in the glove back would have been enough time to get in.
Sure.
For the runner to get into the bag. Nick Markakis leading it off against Cologne. Markakis flied out his first time up. One ball, one strike delivery to him. Tommy Hunter's actually done a better job with first pitch strikes than has Bartolo Colon so far in the ball game. Colon came in 6 out of 11 through the first 3 innings of the game. Here's the 2-1 delivery and a ground ball to second base. Sogard makes the play and one away in the 4th inning. This date in baseball history brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland. Make memories of your own this summer. Book your vacation at OCOcean.com. 1936. It was Nagoya defeating Daitoiko 8-5. It was the first pro baseball game ever played in Japan, and my, how that has changed the complexion of baseball worldwide.
Well, I'll say, I mean, Major League Baseball has really been trying to push, obviously, the World Baseball Classic, but baseball in general on the world, and it has grown tremendously.
Maybe playable. Suzuki charging, sliding, but can't get it. Runs into the screen and is all right. The World Baseball Classic is due to be played again next year. Will be played in early March. Some of the sites still to be announced, but they've added a dozen new teams, new countries that are going to participate in play-in rounds early on.
Well, it's pretty exciting. I mean, there's such diversity now in the sport.
Yep.
You know, all over the world, and the scouts, international scouts everywhere. So many places to pick from.
And great baseball. Really great games. Jones will go to short with this one. Pennington. Now you're seeing Cologne get the ground balls. 2 down. And our Auto Trader game flow. Tommy Hunter has walked 1, struck out none. He's had defense behind him to keep the A's off the board. Cologne, Orioles had a chance early. Big double play in the 1st inning to get him out of trouble, and since then he has been Bartolo Colon.
Yeah, he's been inducing a lot of ground balls. He has that great movement on that fastball, that sinker, and the Orioles hitter just getting on top of it, beating it into the ground.
Matt Wieters will foul it back. A strikeout victim is first time up. Is the reason for Bartolo Colon's tremendous surge pitching wise the stem cell replacement work he did?
Well, I know last year his velocity was up. He had that surgery in 2010. Pretty interesting procedure where they take his own bone marrow and inject it into his ailing parts, and it was his elbow and his shoulder, from what I understand, and kind of healed or helped heal some tears and some damage that he'd had, and he bounced back and had a nice year last year, and obviously here he is today throwing another good game.
The medical field is unclear as far as scientific evidence to support the effect of that type of procedure, but you wouldn't be able to tell Cologne it doesn't work, I guess, at this point, and the scientific investigation goes on. Obviously, it's a process that has much wider implications than for athletes.
Oh, yeah.
For all of us, about whether or not that is a manner of healing to be used in the future. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Wieters, with 2 down, nobody on, takes it inside. Cologne's had 6 fly ball outs. 3 have come on the ground, and a couple of strikeouts so far in the ball game. 2.62 earned run average and a 3.2 record that could be much better than that if the A's had scored any runs. He could easily have 5 wins. Wieters puts it in the air to right field. Reddick is there, and he's got it. And a 1-2-3 inning. That's 4 complete here at Camden Yards. Sunday baseball. No score. Cannot emphasize the defense enough. Great play by Reynolds, helping to turn that 3-6-3 double play. And then Markakis, same inning, next batter, Seth Smith, trying to stretch that single into a double, because there's every reason to believe this ball game will be a 1 or 2 run game.
Boy, it seems like it's got the makings of that, and that's why ball games like this, one mistake could be the difference in the outcome. But it's been well played to this point. Great pitching and really good defense.
Kurt Suzuki's going to lead it off against Tommy Hunter. The native Hawaiian popped out his first time up. 4-game hit streak for Suzuki. And did he go? They check it first. And no. Tim Timmons makes the call. Suzuki at 5'11", 196-pounder, has always been one of the smaller catchers around Major League Baseball. He's not a small person, but for catchers, not particularly big. Towering fly ball left field. Going back to the wall, Reimold with room. And did he get it? Yeah, made the catch. He reached into the first row without jumping, really, and hauled it in. I'm not sure he realized that ball was going to go into the seats.
Well, he just surprised everybody right there. A pretty good job of acting. Right on the fence and able to make the play. Good job. He had a beat on it the whole way. Boy, right at the end. That's an interesting home run rob right there. You don't really see him like that too often.
It was almost nonchalant.
Yeah, exactly.
So the defense continues for the Orioles in this game as Suzuki's denied a home run. Nolan Reimold hauling it in. Adam Jones giving him the what for from center field. After that catch was made to look so easy. Eric Sogard takes it inside. Sogard grounded out his first time up. And fortunately for the Orioles, the fan that had the glove couldn't get over into the aisle area where the ball was going to go.
Oh, you're right.
So he never interfered with it, and that will be fouled off. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Boy, you don't see that very often nowadays either. If there's a home run ball that's going to be close, gloves and hands and arms are reaching over.
That was closer to the aisle, and the person sitting in the aisle seat was helping out by not getting involved. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count will continue here in Sogard with Hughes waiting on deck. It's a pretty amazing ball game defensively.
Yeah, it sure is.
Wow.
All kinds of good stuff. Fun to watch.
I mean, Oakland had that big first inning double play, the 3-6 with a runner going. It changed the whole look of the beginning of the ball game. And 2-2 on Sogard. Will miss up high with it. Tommy Hunter is coming off the ball game against Toronto, where he gave up only a run on 3 hits in 6 innings. He has struck out at least 2 in all of his starts so far. He doesn't have a K yet in this game. And that's going to be a base hit into center field. No! Adam Jones' turn. Nice. Sogard retired.
Well, it was base hit off the bat, but Adam Jones gets a great jump on that ball. Nice defensive positioning as well. Great play by Adam Jones. Sparkling defense all over the field today.
Here's Luke Hughes. Oakland's going, wait a minute. We're already last in batting average and runs in the American League. Can you maybe just have one fall in somewhere?
Yeah, I think the A's offense thinks there's probably about 15 players on the field right now.
Yeah. Luke Hughes, he was denied on a nice play by Tommy Hunter. His first time up. And a ground ball back to the mound. And a 2-ball 1-strike count on Hughes, hitting at just 143. The newly acquired third baseman from the Minnesota Twins. 2-ball 1-strike pitch. Hughes trying to jump on one, makes it 2-2.
Well, Tommy Hunter seems to have been, he's much more effective. Even though he had that nice outing against the Blue Jays, he had a problem getting that ball down in his last start. He's mixing it up pretty well today, keeping the A's hitters off balance and obviously utilizing his defense.
Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Hughes. Hughes last year with Minnesota, he played in 96 games, hit just .223, did have 7 home runs and 30 RBIs. And Tommy Hunter will finish that one off with a strikeout. So a 1-2-3 inning, but it couldn't have been much more interesting. Reimold to catch Suzuki, denied a home run. Second batter, Sogard. He's denied a base hit, and then Hunter gets the K to finish it up. Updates, text Orioles 29292. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick, and a crowd enjoying this one. As a fan, I have always loved in every sport defense. I think defense is as exciting as a home run in baseball. I love it.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Then you're getting a thrill tonight, as along with the fans out here at Camden Yards, because the Orioles are playing some stellar defense, robbing home runs, diving plays. Mark Reynolds doing that beautiful 3-6-3 with J.J. Hardy, and Nick Markakis out in right field with that perfect throw to second base.
Do you talk about that in the dugout in the course of a game when you've had this many defensive plays?
Well, I'll tell you what. Baseball players are fans of the game, and they love great defense as well. Everybody gets fired up about it. They're definitely talking about it in the dugout.
That's something else like pitching and hitting we've talked about that they feed off too. Guys want they want to be the next one, right?
Exactly. You're right.
To make
no doubt about it.
Defensive play. Now, good ball game here. No score for the Orioles. No runs, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on. The A's have gone 0-4-0 and have left 3. Chris Davis. He'll pump that one away. Davis, a single his first time up, extended his hit streak to 5 games. The Orioles have not had a runner beyond second base. Reimold had that leadoff double in the first inning. And the A's have had one runner crisp to second base. That's to right field, Reddick, and he's going to make the catch, and that was not an easy play. A sinking line drive to right, hit hard, and Reddick's got it.
Oh, it sure was. Chris Davis hit that ball hard and with some topspin.
Let's take a look at our PNC minor league report, brought to you by PNC for the achiever in you. For Jacobs so far, playing a double-A Bowie. Last 4 starts, 3-0 with a 1.57. Big numbers. Really solid. Since July of last year, he has been a hot pitcher. And the organizations, all organizations, keep a very close eye in particular on their younger pitchers in the minor leagues, because you know you're going to be making some calls before the season is over to get some help. So those who put up the good numbers at the minor league level will be tracked. When that need comes, be ready for the call.
Well, there's no doubt about it. And he was a late round pick, not an early rounder. He was in top 5 or 10. And obviously guys like that you take a shot on, but they learn well. And he's had great success from obviously the pitching instructors and the player development.
Eric Peterson heading up the overall pitching coordination now for the Orioles organization. In spring training with all the pitchers, and now working around the minor leagues. Wilson better it, 1-2 delivery to him. That'll go in the air to left field this time. Smith will go back a bit. 3 fly ball outs consecutively off Cologne. Discover Birdland's best value family entertainment wise. Sign up the kids for the Junior Orioles Dugout Club, 14 and under. Tickets to 9 games, exclusive hat, membership card, backpack, and more. It's only $20. There are deals during each game for the kids in the club, and family and friends get tickets starting as low as $6. 888-848-BIRD, or go to Orioles.com. Somebody's going to hit a home run in this ball game, and that's going to be it.
Seems like it.
Reynolds grounded out his first time up. 4 hits, 10 at bats, lifetime against Bartolo Colon.
Suzuki thought it was going to be him last inning.
Yeah.
Reinhold was able to rob him.
Only 57 pitches have been thrown by Bartolo Colon. Ten out of 17 first pitch strikes, which for Bartolo Colon actually isn't that good.
Yeah, it really isn't. He's very aggressive in the strike zone, or has been.
Here's the 0-2 delivery, and Reynolds will go to right field, curving towards the seats, and just foul.
Well, he just keeps pumping that fastball in, and it's just a matter of his location. He throws it outside, he throws it inside. He just keeps moving it around. You can't establish a pattern to him other than the fact that he throws a lot of fastballs, but it's just where is he going to throw it? And he's able to bring that fastball back in off that outside corner.
Colon has had 9 fly ball outs in the game. That's very high for him. And a swing and a miss. So another 1-2-3 inning. Bartolo Colon has retired the last 8 batters faced and keeps this game scoreless. Baseball on Masson brought to you by AT&T 4G LTE with speeds up to 10 times faster than 3G. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Hyundai. New Hyundai owners are talking about their cars in the booth. Beautiful shot of the Inner Harbor this gorgeous Sunday. I like the sign. How about demos? 4 hits for the A's, 3 for the Orioles. Tommy Hunter's pitch will be fouled back. Hunter's now had 14 out of 19 first pitch strikes thrown. As we said, a little better than Bartolo Colon in this game. Leadoff batter Crisp up. Now you start thinking about getting a run. We're in the 6th inning. Betemeat moves in, recognizing the speed of Crisp. And a 1-ball-1-strike count.
Well, yeah, we're here with this great pitching matchup between Hunter and Colon. You're definitely going to see some attempts, even if a guy gets on base. Some small ball will be played here in the later part of the game.
1-ball-2-strike count. Come into the Sunday with David Ortiz leading the American League in hitting at 403. One of the great surprises maybe of the season. Ryan Sweeney of Boston is hitting .391. He is second in the league and has more than filled in the spot the Red Sox needed filled in the outfield. Pitch is taken away. 2-2. Josh Hamilton, 9 home runs, the leader in both homers and RBIs with 24. As Texas continues a great start, 16-5. That ball's put in the air to left center field. Reimold. One down, 6th inning. Texas already has a 5.5 game lead over Oakland. The A's are in 2nd place playing .500 baseball. Red Sox have picked it back up. They've won 6 in a row. They're still in last place. But the top, Baltimore and Tampa Bay, and the bottom, the Red Sox, 5 teams separated by 2.5 games.
Pretty tight. American League East.
Yep. A 1-0 count. Cliff Pennington. Pennington a single. He is 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Cleveland's been a bit of a surprise. Their 10-9 record good enough to put them in first place. Bigger surprise is that Detroit's only 1 game above .500 in 2nd place. Tigers have struggled a little bit. Beat the Yankees yesterday. Pitches away, 3-0.
Well, with most teams, and of course Detroit has a powerhouse offense, it boils down to the pitching, and that's why obviously here today you're seeing 2 of the best pitching staffs in baseball going head to head. Obviously that's why the A's are having some pretty good success, being over .500, and the position the Orioles are in right now all stems from pitching.
3-1 delivery in the air to center field. Jones. Pennington is retired. 2 down in the 6th. Our PNC post-game show brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in you. Our post-game tune-in as Jim and Rick will be joined by Mike Showalter's press conference after the game. Player interviews. Tommy Hunter hoping it'll be a W, his 3rd when all is said and done, but a tough one underway right now. 2 down, nobody on. Here's Reddick. He is singled 1 for 3. Josh Reddick takes it inside for a ball. Joe Girardi got burned yesterday. So did Joe Madden yesterday. 1-0 delivery. 2nd time this month that Girardi's ordered an intentional walk. First one was against the Rays. CC Sabathia walked Carlos Pena, and Sean Rodriguez homered. Yesterday they walked Prince Fielder, and Andy Dirks homered. Twice in 1 month. A home run following an intentional pass called by Joe Girardi. And then it happened to Joe Madden yesterday. He walked Josh Hamilton. And that was followed up by an Adrian Beltre 3-run homer. Of course, walking Hamilton to get to Beltre is kind of like pick your poison.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's dangerous hitters all through their lineup. Well, you look at the numbers, you look at the matchup, and you try to make the right decision. And I think
Reddick, base hit.
What new? Well, you think you try to make the best decision. I think obviously Girardi, after getting burned a couple times, may just start trusting his gut instead of going by the numbers.
What's amazing is Girardi's had this happen to him twice in 1 month. You have to go back to 1982 to find the last time it happened twice in 1 year.
Wow.
With Sparky Anderson, who was managing the Tigers, he had 2 intentional walks that season that were followed by homers, but that's in a whole year. Girardi said it happened to him in 1 month.
Unbelievable.
Cespedes with a big cut. He is single and popped out.
Well, Tommy Hunter's been able to mix it up right here. He leaves it up in the zone, but there's just enough movement to get out of the way of Cespedes' bat.
He rips that one. That's going to be into the corner. On the fly is Reddick, who's got good speed. Reibold up. They're going to wave him on home. Here's the throw to the cutoff man, and no play at the plate. And they're on the board as the A's take a 1-0 lead. Cespedes' second hit of the ball game. This one an RBI double.
Cespedes pretty aggressive on that pitch. Reibold gets there and then just has to make that second chance at it. That probably gives Reddick the opportunity to score here. Running hard the whole way. Mike Gallego, the third base coach, recognizes that bobble and sends him on in to score.
So their big cleanup batter comes through after not having a hit in the first 2 games, going 0 for 9 before he got the single in the 4th. Now gets the RBI double and his 19th run batted in. And swinging a foul ball. Kaiaue, who has hit into a double play and grounded out. Cespedes now continues among the leaders in runs batted in. The 19 ties him for third. Josh Hamilton and Nick Swisher are 1 and 2 in the American League. Kaiaue will take the pitch up high, and a 1-ball 1-strike count. So a run on 6 hits now for the A's. Hardy holds the runner close at second. The 1-1 delivery. And up high by Hunter. Count goes to 2-1.
Well, Tommy's pitched such a great ball game. Fortunately, left that one pitch up to Cespedes, and he was able to get to it to drive in Reddick. But battling through right here against Keela.
That's going to be fouled off his foot.
Pretty good pitch right there. A little cutter in.
Hold the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Orioles season series last year, they went 4-5 against Oakland. Orioles trying to get some of these season series wins against teams like the A's that they have not had a season win against for a while, back in 1998. And Buck Showalter closing in on 1,000 wins, 2 shy of that. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and that will be taken inside, and the count is full, 3-2. Two down. And towards second base, Andino gets it over to Reynolds, and that will retire the side, but the A's break through. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Atlantic Sports Report returns tomorrow, 5 to 6:30. Tom Davis, Mel Anton, and Phil Wood, Dave Johnson taking a look at the Oriole news and information and MLB news as well. That's going to be tomorrow at 5 right here on Masson. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordick, as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Orioles down by a run now. Robert Andino with a single. Reimold and then Harding. Orioles have left only 2 on base. Neither of those in scoring position as the 38-year-old right-hander gets it in. Uwe will make the underhand toss. Colon gets there. Andino retired. 1 away. Colon now 7 out of 18. First pitch strikes. Hunter's bettered him 16 out of 23, but Colon's been able to get the big outs.
Well, they've given him a little break right there after running all the way over to first base. Both the catcher and the first baseman walk Colon back to the mound.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't mean anything by it other than the fact that they're giving him a little breather.
Bartolo Colon is nonchalant around the mound. And I don't mean that negatively. He's just very calm, quiet, takes his time, never in a hurry. Pace of the game is good, though. He gets the ball and throws it back. He's thrown only 63 pitches in the ballgame. Reimold a double, and he is lined out.
That's pretty efficient right there, isn't it? 63 pitches. Unbelievable.
His fastball's dropped down to the mid-80s.
But there's just that great movement he has on that sinker.
And that'll be outside. Suzuki going out to get it.
A rare slider right there from Colon.
He's got 164 wins, 115 losses lifetime, for the 11-8 mark against the Orioles. And Reimold will pop it up. Suzuki, Hughes will make the play. Twitter chatter. Ken Rosenthal of FoxSports.com. Brandon Inge cleared waivers 2 o'clock today. The A's, the front runners to sign him. According to the rumors out there, we mentioned last night the Orioles are another team rumored to be interested in Brandon Inge, the third baseman. But for Bob Melvin, they are still trying to figure out what to do at third base, having lost their third baseman due to a knee injury. Popped up by J.J. Hardy. Foul territory in the sun and in the seats.
Well, that ball gets into the sun, and boy, the Oakland A's infielder should be used to that, because Oakland Coliseum sun has got to be the worst in the world.
Is it?
It is incredible. That sun sits right over the whole field, and every pop-up is directly into it. And you would think these guys would be pretty good at shading themselves from that, at least protecting their eyes.
That ball's hitting the air to center field. Cespedes is there, and he will put it away. Bartolo Colon is really on a roll. He's retired the side in order the last 3 innings and 11 in a row. Hyundai owners even stepped off the lot. We asked them to tell us about the cars they just bought. You said it. We heard it in the booth. I finally figured that out when I saw the Hyundai commercial.
Oh, really?
Have you seen it?
I guess I haven't, because
there are commercials, people buying cars in the showroom, and then they go into an audio booth in the showroom to talk about why they purchased the car and how much they like it and that sort of thing. So that's why in the booth.
I see.
So
well, that's cool.
Huh?
That's cool.
That's cool.
If you want to talk about SpongeBob, because that's the only thing that's on in my house.
Deep to center field, Jones going back, and goodbye home run. Seth Smith has done it again with a long ball. His second hit of the ball game, and it is a 2-0 lead for the A's.
Oh, he hit that ball well the other way out in the bullpen. This pitch ends up being out over the middle of the plate. Seth Smith able to get some extension and drive it into the Orioles bullpen.
That'll be his second home run and his 5th RBI. Here's Kurt Suzuki. Hunter has now surrendered 8 home runs in this his 5th start. And 3 of those have been hit by right-handers. Suzuki got robbed of a home run by Reimold his last time up. Has also popped up. He is 0 for 2. Our first Orioles bullpen action. That's Darren O'Day. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Suzuki. And he hits that one to center field. Pretty good wood. Jones going back. Warning track wall and makes the catch. 400 and something feet away. Oriole Park, perfect setting for your next group outing. Gather up family, friends, co-workers, colleagues. Have a great day or night here at the Yard. Discounted ticket prices for groups as small as 15. Facilities for fans up to 1,000. Camden Yards. Hope you'll be out here soon. 888-848-BIRD or Orioles.com/groups.
The A's hitter's starting to make a little bit better contact off Tommy Hunter. Gonna get back down in that zone.
And a strike taken by Eric Sogard. He was denied a hit his last time up, 5th inning, and a fine play by Adam Jones. Sogard 0 for 2. Robert Andino, slow roller.
A couple really good pitches right there. Nice adjustment by Tommy Hunter, starting him off with a breaking ball and looked like a changeup or a slider down. Good pitch.
2 down here in the 7th. Hughes coming up. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game, has grounded out and struck out. Hitting just 136 in the limited times at bat. Hughes will obviously keep an eye on the rumor wire. I mean, his position at third base in jeopardy if in fact Brandon Inge were to be signed by the A's. Hughes picked up by the A's from Minnesota, really in an emergency situation. 0-1 delivery, and that's a strike on the inside corner. Bob Melvin and his staff and the front office still thinking about third. 0-2 delivery to Hughes. That'll be up high.
Well, they have a pretty solid defense, and I know it's been well documented that there have been some struggles at third base and trying some guys out over there, looking for some consistency. Brandon Inge would be a nice player to fill in there because of obviously his veteran leadership and his ability to play third base. Still a fine player.
Scott Sizemore, their third baseman, lost for the year with a knee injury in spring training. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Hughes. And late on a heater. So Hunter will get his second strikeout, but the home run by Smith puts the A's up. 7th inning stretch time at Camden Yards in a 2-0 ball game. For more O's action, the O's heading to New York for 3 against the Yankees. Jason Hamill takes the mound against Hiroki Kuroda in the opener. Our coverage on MASN HD begins 6:30 with O's Extra, presented by Jeep, followed by our game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN. And speaking of the Yankees, take a look at our worth repeating quote from Joe Girardi on Freddie Garcia, their starter. We got to figure out what's going on. He just doesn't have the crispness. The velocity is down a little on all of his pitches. I think that's why it's been a struggle. I can't tell you exactly what we're going to do. I'm not going to come to any rash decisions. Obviously, we're trying to evaluate what's going on here. So Freddie Garcia's part in the Yankee rotation, obviously from that quote, is right now up for grabs.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I think all the Yankees pitchers have been struggling a little bit in the early going. ERAs are elevated, and when Freddie Garcia, you know, his velocity hasn't been there for the last couple of years. He's been finding ways to win, obviously with his location and stuff, but early struggles here. Big concern for the Yankees, but good news for the Orioles.
They're doing it exactly the opposite as far as wins are concerned. It's their offense and the home runs that are being picked up. Jeter's having a really hot start. They're the ones making the difference.
Well, there's no doubt about it. They have such a potent offense. Obviously, you see right here, Derek Jeter getting off to a fabulous start. Swisher hitting home runs, Granderson hitting home runs. Their offense has never been a question. They've always been potent there. They're key, and I'm sure Girardi feels the same. Would much rather have pitching leading the way right now than their offense, because the offense is always going to be there.
And with Pineda going down and lost for the year, that's a real crushing blow for the Yankees.
Ooh, there's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. They were counting on him. The reason they got him, obviously, from Seattle was to come in and win ball games. Him and CC Sabathia back-to-back. Crushing blow. You were right. And how they're going to respond to that, obviously waiting on Andy Pettit to come up and solidify a little bit of that rotation. But a lot of question marks for the Yankee starters in the early going.
And as they say in baseball, sometimes it's not who you play, it's when you play them. So the Orioles, I think, have got a hope going into that 3-game set at Yankee Stadium that maybe they catch the Yankees thinking a little bit about their starting that's not there, and try and take advantage of that and pick up some wins in New York.
Well, no doubt about it. And I think in the early going, obviously the Yankees, there's that concern, but also the Red Sox. There's been some turmoil over there as well. I know they've been playing pretty well as of late, but if you can get those teams when they're down, you know, it's obviously a positive. Start building some more momentum. The Orioles have been playing great baseball. But if great teams like the Yankees and the Red Sox have some struggles early, you got to get on them and stay on them when you can.
Nick Markakis, bottom of the 7th inning. The Orioles' first job at hand is to find a way to get to Bartolo Colon. Markakis 0 for 2. Colon on the mound has given up no runs, 3 hits. A's 2 runs, 7 hits. The Orioles have left only 2 on base. 11 in a row have been retired by Colon. That to the gap in right center should break that up. That's what the Orioles needed. Dave Markakis is on his way to second base. He's got a leadoff double in the 7th inning.
Well, Colon hasn't made many mistakes this whole game, but this pitch is up in the zone, and Markakis takes advantage of it, driving it into the right center gap. Nice swing by Nick. So hopefully get the Orioles going here in the top of the 7th. The bottom of the 7th.
Orioles getting the leadoff man on for the first time since the 1st inning, when Reimold had a double. Adam Jones is 0 for 2. He has popped out, grounded out. A 7-game hit streak. He is now 5 for 18 lifetime against Bartolo Colon. And that'll be foul back. Orioles just haven't had any chances in this ball game except in the 1st inning with a double by Reimold, and then the double play line drive hit into by Hardy with a runner going into that. That's the only chance they've had with a runner in scoring position in the ball game before this one. Oh-1 and a look back. Nobody there. Pennington, the shortstop, is trying to hold him close, but he doesn't want to give up that shortstop hole. So he's having to jump off in a hurry to get back into position. 0-1 delivery on the way. Jones fouls it off. Interesting, they've got the shortstop holding the runner at second, Mike.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting. It really is. Unless it's to their scouting and the way they're going to pitch Adam Jones. With Colon's sinker that he throws away and brings back over that outside corner. That might be their target spot for him. And his tendencies might go up, obviously go up. That's why they're having the shortstop hold Nick Markakis on.
Leaves Sogard right where he is at second base on the outfield grass. Nick can get a big secondary lead. Jones will take it down low. And a 1-2 count on Adam Jones. Here's the chance for the Orioles. Get on the board, have an inning. Jones is hitting .316 with runners in scoring position of the regulars. He's right up there near the top in batting average. Reimold has been outstanding, hitting almost .500 with runners in scoring position. A 1-2 count on Jones. Nobody covering second. And came up and in, foul tipped and got him. 4 strikeouts for Colon.
Well, Colon got away with that one there because he was trying to go down and away with this, and that ball just shot up and in, and Adam Jones a little over aggressive chasing that pitch. Not able to fight it off. There's some deception to Colon's delivery. Obviously, he's been just continues to throw the fastball, but he's a short armor. He's a lot different. He doesn't have the traditional type of delivery.
And a fly ball in the yard to center. Cespedes will put it away. Runner tags, can't move up. So a couple of quick outs after the leadoff double. For every Orioles walk this season, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield will contribute $50 to support the American Heart Association Heart Walk. To date, the Orioles have drawn 52 walks, $2,600. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. So we'll put this one out on the rumor mill because it comes from good sources. We were talking about Freddie Garcia in New York. Garcia is going to be moved to the bullpen. And David Phelps or DJ Mitchell is likely to make the start Thursday in Kansas City for the Yankees.
Interesting.
Davis down the line left field, and that's going to be a foul ball. And he broke his bat. The Orioles in the Yankees series starting tomorrow night. Kuroda, Hughes, and Nova. Kuroda's 1-3, Hughes is 1-3, and Nova's 3-0. The Orioles have got Jason Hamill, Brian Mattis, and Jake Arrieta in that order against the Yankees.
Well, it should be a good series. Hoping for a good series, and obviously the Orioles looking to redeem themselves after being swept here. Would like to take their hot pitching staff, and they obviously had a great performance offensively yesterday, but to be able to take advantage of those high ERAs up there in New York to continue a productive offense.
Davis has singled and flied to right field. Orioles need another one of those long home runs or a short one from Chris Davis. Colon looking back. Way up high. Suzuki goes up to haul that one in. 3 home runs surrendered by Bartolo Colon coming into the ball game, and 2 of those were in the last outing he had against the Chicago White Sox. He doesn't give up the long ball with that sinker Mike's been talking about very often. Bob Melvin's team looking to take this series if they can win this one here in the rubber match on this Sunday. But only 2-0 A's. Markakis off second, 2-1. Throttled back a little bit, foul tipped into the mitt for the strike.
Nice pitch right there by Colon with some late movement. Pretty much the same pitch that Chris Davis broke his bat on. Getting that late movement off the end of the bat. This one just a swing and a miss, though.
So efficient. He's thrown as many as 108 pitches. That was in the 8 innings against the Angels. The last one against the White Sox, 89 pitches. He's been right around that low 80 mark in his starts. You can do that when you throw as many strikes as he does. You start throwing 75% of your pitches as strikes, you're either going to be out of the ball game early or you're going to be in it late and not having thrown very much.
Yeah, you're right.
One or the other.
Well, unfortunately for the Orioles, he's doing a good job today, getting a lot of outs.
Suzuki out to have a word. Colon wanted to talk to him. Ever since the invention of television, we've never seen the lips of any pitcher talking on the mound.
Top secret stuff.
Top secret stuff. And of course, all television networks carry lip readers in order to ensure that we get an immediate translation of what was said on the mound. 2-2 delivery, and it goes full. 3-ball, 2-strike count at Chris Davis. Markakis on at second. Here's the 3-2 delivery, and he walked it. Colon really unhappy with that pitch. Unhappy with himself. 2 on, 2 down.
Well, he seems a little unhappy with it, but you're wondering if Suzuki went out there and said, hey, do you remember how far he hit that home run last night? Why don't we just throw a couple 2 feet outside in the other batter's box, and he won't hit one off the warehouse. Take his chances with betterment.
So 2 on, 2 down. Betterment has struck out and flied to left field. He does have a 4-game hit streak. The walk. The first one surrendered by Bartolo Colon. And the pitch will be outside for a ball. That's why he was unhappy. He doesn't walk anybody. It's only the 6th walk he's surrendered in 42 innings pitched. Now can the Orioles take advantage of it? Blame to pull in the infield. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Benavides will pop it up. Shortstop Pennington is back. And he's got it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 are left on base. Colon continues to pitch very effectively.
Today, Nolan Reimhold robbing a home run from Kurt Suzuki. Adam Jones taking away another base hit. Some great defense today. The Oakland A's get on the board. Wilson Betterman just misses catching that line drive. Able to score Josh Reddick. And then the solo home run by Seth Smith. And that's about it today. 2-0. Jonas Cespedes 2 for 3 with an RBI double in the 6th. Bartolo Colon has been the story here. 7 innings pitched, only giving up 4 hits and 1 walk. Tommy Hunter also doing a great job going through 7 innings, giving up 7 hits, 2 earned runs, the only runs on the board. Pretty special day, though, defensively. Fans have been treated to some incredible defensive plays today.
Now the Orioles bullpen back to work as Darren O'Day will come on to do the pitching. The #1 bullpen ERA-wise in the American League, a 1.94 for the Orioles bullpen. 4th fewest hits per 9 innings to go along with that. And O'Day has been a major part of that. Coco Chris, the designated hitter in the leadoff spots, 0 for 2 and a walk. O'Day working in his 9th game. Opponents hitting only 161 off O'Day. And the pitch is in there for a strike.
O'Day's, he's so effective. He's effective on both lefties and righties, obviously because of his arm angle and what he does so differently out on the mound. Obviously not traditional at all. Different look, but able to throw that slider and that fastball and keep both lefties and righties off balance.
He's one of the reasons why the Orioles have been able to go through this first month of the season with only 1 left-hander in the bullpen.
Oh, you're exactly right.
You can't do that unless you have at least 1 right-hander who can get left-handers out. Otherwise, you need a couple at least in the bullpen of left-handers. That pitch was fouled off. Saw home plate umpire Artie Foster checking. We've had one of those in this series where the ball was a fair ball, ended up being an out, and he was taking a real close look at that one to see if it stayed foul.
Oh, he sure was, and I'm surprised it didn't bounce out fair here, being in a day game and the ground getting a little bit harder with the wind. You'd think it might kick out of there, but it stayed dead in the box.
2-strike count on Crisp.
That pitch right there is the one that's really the most effective for him on lefties. It almost looks like a riser. It takes off, and it's an intentional pitch from O'Day. I mean, he's able to, he throws a little sinker and he throws that slider, but then he shoots that fastball up on hitters and gets a lot of strikeouts and chases that way.
He tries it again, and it will be up high this time, and a 1-ball 2-strike count from O'Day. Orioles still very much in this ball game. The shutdown time for the pen.
Well, here's a look at that pitch. Takes off up, almost has that rise effect, and he went back to back with it, hoping for a chase.
Left-handers 111 off him, right-handers 182, and he gets another one.
Why not? 3 times in a row and gets him there.
So O'Day starts it out with a strikeout.
Matt Wieters giving that glove high. O'Day doesn't miss his spot. Super job. And look at this ball coming from down under in the strike zone. Oh no, it isn't. Strike 3. Swing and a miss. Good pitch.
Pennington a single, 1 for 3 in the ball game, 1 for 10 in the series, hitting at 185. With the performance of Tommy Hunter today, 2 runs, 7 hits over 7. The Orioles starters now in the last half dozen games have given up only 9 earned runs in 45 innings pitched. That's this homestand. So they kept that ERA well under 2 for the starters. Problem today has been Bartolo Colon has given up nothing on 4 hits. Pennington 1-1. No play. And let's take a look. Time to text in your vote for the AT&T player of the game. Cespedes has had his first good day against the Orioles. Couple of hits and an RBI. Bartolo Colon even better, giving up nothing so far. And Tommy Hunter with a great performance through 7 innings. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, to 31826. 1-2 delivery. Pitch riding in on him, and not much you can do about that except knock it away.
You know, I think
1-2.
A lot of, we talk about Bartolo Colon having such a great game. After watching the Orioles offense last night, you know, just light up the field. Line drives all over the place. Obviously the home run by Chris Davis, but really looked potent, you know, and the veteran pitcher, you tip your hat to a guy like Colon for not, you know, overanalyzing it, sticking with his game plan, you know, didn't make major adjustments to his game. and has thrown really well.
That pitch is going to be put up in the air towards center. Adam Jones is there. He'll put it away. And there are 2 down here in the 8th inning. And for Kerry Sullivan, we are earning you some money here in this ball game. There have been 3 strikeouts put up so far. $300 plus the $500 you got originally. $800 so far. For your chance to be the Maryland Lottery contestant of the game, play Strike It Rich scratch offs and enter your non-winning ticket codes mdlottery.com/strikeitRich. And perhaps more to come. The pitch will be taken by Reddick. 2 singles, 2 for 3 in the ball game. Ryan Cook, whom we've seen in this series, warming up. Reddick hitting .270 on the year, and he will take the pitch away for a strike. Well, in the series now with the 2 hits today, he's gone 5 for 11, a home run and 2 RBIs, so he's just continued to mash it here at Camden Yards. He's a .421 hitter. That'll move him back off the plate. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Strobe up in the bullpen for the Orioles. Game far from over in the 8th inning. It's the 2-0 lead. The Orioles have been a comeback team. They go out of play. The Orioles have won 4 ball games where they trailed after 7. 4 out of 10.
Yeah, hit a lot of home runs in the late innings as well. Nolan Reimholt kind of leading the way in that charge, and he'll be coming up soon.
Pretty amazing, since they only won 5 such games all of last year. They've already won 4 when trailing after 7. 2 ball, 2 strike count on Reddick. O'Day got it in on him. Betamete going over, and he's got it. So a good solid inning for Darren O'Day as he sets the side down in order. Now the Orioles have to hope for some hits, trailing by 2. All-Star Game voting is underway at Orioles.com/All-Star. And in honor of the 20th anniversary of Camden Yards, vote at least 20 times. You can do as many as 25 online. And select your favorite Orioles or those in baseball who you think should be in Kansas City for the All-Star Game. Orioles.com/All-Star. Bartolo Colon putting on a show here so far today. And the pitch is taken away. Reynolds has an 0 for 2. Mark still looking for the first home run. He has never gone through the month of April without a homer. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and that will be taken down low.
Well, this is a big reason why Bartolo Colon's having so much success. If you notice, he has some deception. He short arms the ball, and the ball disappears behind his head. He throws almost like a catcher, tied in behind his ear, and just short arms it, and he has so much movement on that sinker. Been very effective today.
2 ball, 1 strikeout. Reynolds will take that and he misses. 3-1. Eric Barton has come on to play at first base, defensive replacement. Reynolds has not had a home run in 69 at bats, 3rd longest streak of his career. Last one he got was off Justin Verlander last September in Detroit. He's gone as many as 86 at bats without a home run. 3-1 delivery. Reynolds the chopper to second base, right where Sogard was playing. And there's one away. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Robert Andino. It's only the 5th ground ball out recorded in the game for Cologne. He's had an extraordinarily high 13 fly ball outs in this game.
Yeah, pretty amazing considering the fact that he throws these sinkers so much. Might not be the traditional type of sinker with the downward action, more of a runner. But there is the really good late movement on it.
Andino trying any way to get on now with Reimold on deck to get that potential tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Andino got a single in the 3rd inning, his first hit in 7 at bats lifetime off Cologne. A 1 for 2 in the game. 1-1 delivery. Andino, he's got a base hit. Andino swinging a hot bat.
Yeah, he sure is. And Tolo Colon, he's only made a couple mistakes today, and he elevated that fastball right there to Robert Andino, and Robert Andino took advantage of it. Up in the zone, right through the 5-6 hole. Nice swing, Robert.
So Nolan Reimold comes to the plate. Reimold delivered a double to start the ball game. And a check swing, and the home plate umpire Marty Foster said he went around on that, could not hold up. This is where Reimold has been at his best this year. These late inning heroics, late inning home runs, as he got another one in him on this Sunday. Here's the 0-1. Reimold is short. Oh, stung it. Pennington, Sogard, and there's the double play. So the defense gets it done. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We go to the 9th inning. The A's leading it 2-0. Baseball on Masson brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Dodge. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out their powerful lineup. Gary Thorne, Mike Mordick with you here at Camden Yards. 9th inning coming up. Special welcome to all of you watching on WJZ. Great to have you with us here. Gorgeous Sunday at the ballpark. And Pedro Strop has come on to try and hold it down here in the top of the ninth. He has been just outstanding. His first 2 major league saves picked up this season. Cespedes will be the first batter he faces, and he's done damage. He came into this game with a 0 for 8. Got his first hit in the 4th inning, a single, and then a big RBI double that came in the 6th inning. A home run by Seth Smith in the 7th. The second run. The Orioles have had only 5 hits, left only 1 runner in scoring position against Cologne so far in the game. Cespedes will take that one for a strike. Derek Barton will be on deck, and then Smith. This has been a date in history for the Orioles where it's treated them pretty well. You go back to a couple of big time losing streaks that ended on this date for the O's. Back in 1955, the Orioles ended a 27 game losing streak against the Indians. And in 1988, Mark Williamson and Dave Schmidt combined for the first win in 22 games as they ended a 21 game losing streak, beating the White Sox 9-0. Now the Orioles need a little of that Oriole magic in the 9th inning in this one. The 0-2 delivery is going to be up high, and a 1-ball 2-strike count. Off to New York after the ball game, and we will be with you tomorrow night for the opener of the 3-game set. Jason Hamill, Hiroki Kuroda. 6:30 O's extra, 7:05 for the ball game.
Well, here's a 97-mile-an-hour fastball and a big cut by Cespedes right off Matt Waiter's face. And I know Matt's been a little congested, but that'll certainly loosen the sinuses right there.
That may take your sinuses out. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Cespedes will pop that one up shallow right. And Dina goes back to put it away. 1 down. Follow the Orioles with the MLB.com At Bat 12 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights. Text At Bat 31826 or go to Orioles.com for details. Here's Grant Belfour, the closer for the A's. Here's Derek Barton getting his first at bat. Barton coming on to play first. Wow, stung it. Markakis over. Gonna have to wait for this one off the wall. Barton on his way to second base. Markakis trying to get another one. Throw will skip away. And Barton's got a double.
Another great effort right there. Nick Markakis with a strong throw. Here's the line drive off the wall. Markakis gets it in a hurry, fires it back in. Really good throw. Just a little bit of a short hop for J.J. Hardy. Would have been a close play if he was able to pick that one clean.
So Barton gets the double, his 4th, hitting only 178, but he has 4 doubles and a home run. That's a very big potential run out there at second base in the top of the 9th inning. Seth Smith delivered a homer his last time up. Strope's pitch misses for a ball. 2 for 3 in the ball game for Smith with a single back in the 4th inning. Strope looks back, the 1-0 delivery. The A's in this game behind Cologne have gone back to where they were prior to last night's game. The A's had not surrendered but 11 runs in 5 games. They gave up 10 last night. Now Cologne's held the Orioles to nothing on 5 hits so far. Here's the 1-1 delivery and will miss inside. 2-ball 1-strike count on Smith.
Well, you hope on any veteran pitching staff or any pitching staff in general that if there are games like that where the A's kind of got blown out yesterday, that there is somebody there to stop the bleeding. And Cologne has definitely done that today.
He's after his 4th win of the year. 2-1 delivery on the way inside. Also bear in mind the Orioles have that streak going, 56 consecutive games in which they've given up 2 or fewer runs and have won them all. They have not lost a game where they've given up 2 or fewer since August of 2010. It is 2-0 here in this one. Here's the 3-1 delivery, and he walked it. So Strop puts the runner on first. Now runners at first and second with one out.
Man, Suzuki coming up, who had a home run taken away by Nolan Reimold earlier in the game, and then squared one up to center where Adam Jones made a play right on a warning track off the wall.
Suzuki, a couple of hits in the series, none in this game with the 0 for 3. 2 on, 1 out. Strop will miss outside with it for ball. Suzuki does not have a home run, does have 8 RBIs. Strop's 1-0 pitch. Suzuki will take that away, and the count goes to 2-0.
Strop having a little bit of trouble finding the zone right now. And good hitters count for Suzuki right here, 2-0.
Here's the 2-0, and did he go? Yes. Tim Timmons down at first base. And a break for Strop on that one.
Yeah, it looked like it. Well, he did kind of get the barrel out in front of the plate. Chase that 97-mile-an-hour fastball out of the zone.
2 ball, 1 strike count. Lead runner Barton at second base. Smith on at first. Strop continues to be around the plate, but not over it. And a 3 ball, 1 strike count.
Well, there's a lot of, the hope for a pitcher like Pedro Strop. His plan is he has such velocity, 97 or 98 miles an hour on that fastball. When he throws that hard biting slider, to get a lot of chases with it because hitters are so geared up just to catch up with that fastball.
3-1 delivery in the way, and that is a strike. A big pitch coming here in the 9th inning. A 2-0 ball game with the A's on top, but they've got 2 on and 1 away, and a 3 ball, 2 strike count on Suzuki. And he'll foul that one back. Three and 2 again. Strop taking his time. Big pitches. Suzuki waiting on the 3-2. And he'll pop that one up to second base. Infield fly rule. 2 down. The White Sox must have something going with no hitters. They've had a perfect game pitch. Umber did that. Gavin Floyd's got a no-hitter against the Red Sox through 6 today. They are leading the ball game by a score of 3-0. He's walked 1, struck out 7. So Maryland's Gavin Floyd, a no-hitter through 6. 3-0 White Sox. Two down. That was a big out. Fouled off. Sogard 0 for 3 in the ball game. Denied a base hit on a fine play by Jones.
One of the fans just made another fine defensive play down there.
This is a D game, no matter where you're standing or seated. Everybody gets in the act. Sogard hitting just 156 down the line and foul. He's had a home run in this series, couple of RBIs. Two strike count on him. Second base Barton, first base Smith. O's trying to add to their lead here in the ninth. And strokes that one foul. Really got around on that ball. And the count stays at 2 strikes.
Well, Stroke definitely has the advantage here, and there's a lot of weapons that he has. He can run that fastball up, try to bite that slider down and in.
And excuse me, foul ball. Orioles hope to have Endy Chavez available. He's been fighting the flu and really not able to play for the trip to New York. But Showalter before the game talking about hopefully having another piece of the puzzle available. And a ground ball. First base through Reynolds. Andino makes the play. Good coverage by Andino. It'll go 3-4-1. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 are left on base. The Oriole big bats: Hardy, Markakis, Jones coming up bottom of the ninth.
We're coming right back with those extra postgame. And Rick, this is why baseball is such a fascinating game. Last night the Orioles scored 10 runs. They cruised to a win, and here they're coming up at the bottom of the ninth, down 2-0.
And Bartolo Colon has done it again. He's handcuffed the Orioles after yesterday when they scored 10 runs, but he has not given up an earned run on the road so far this year. This is his 3rd straight game.
So the rubber game of the series on the line. The Birds are coming up. They need 2 to tie. Let's see how it turns out. Back upstairs to Gary.
All right, Jim, Rick, thanks very much. Let's see what happens here. How about that play?
Well, actually, it's a great play by Robert Andino, backing it up. You have to, as an infielder, whatever direction the ball's hit, you wait and make sure that ball is secured. You could continue on with the play until it is secured before you do your second responsibility. And Robert Andino, great backup position, still able to get the out right there. Nice job, Robert.
All kinds of things going on ninth inning. The Orioles have not been shut out this year. Bartolo Colon's after his first complete game of the year. Orioles trying to make the comeback in the rubber match of this 3-game set. Colon had 1 complete game last season with the Yankees, and it was a shutout. He has 9 shutouts in his career, 32 complete games. J.J. Hardy with the 0 for 3 in the ballgame. A 2-0 lead for the A's, who have out-hit the Orioles 8-5. And up the middle. Sogard. Can he do it? No. It'll get away, and Hardy's going to stay right there.
Well, Hardy with the base hit up the middle, but Sogard makes a nice play, ranging to his right, well behind second base, out on the outfield grass, and unable to make that pick right there. Just gets by him.
That'll be a base hit. Hardy gets the single to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. That will bring up Markakis. Doubled his last time up. He is 1 for 3. And Markakis will take it up high for a ball. 99 pitches. thrown by Bartolo Colon in the ball game. The bullpen is ready. They've had a couple of pitchers up. 1-0 count. Marquez takes it away. Colon may be tiring.
He may be. And Nick Markakis is hoping he's going to leave one of these tired fastballs up in the zone he can jump on. I'm not saying that Colon's fastball's been tired. No. I'm just saying he's tiring.
Markakis to be followed by Jones. Here's the 2-0, and Markakis will foul it back. Markakis with a double in this ball game, 6 for 22 lifetime off Bartolo Colon. The A's have already had 5 shutouts from their staff. Bob Melvin's team, as we've noted, involved in 8 shutouts, 4 for them, 4 against. 2-ball, 1-strike count. Markakis down the line in left field. Seth Smith going over, and foul.
Another good pitch right there by Colon. The master of running that fastball away on the lefties. The problem is the lefties also have to be aware of the one that he throws in at their hip that comes back over the plate.
Belfour has been warmed up and is ready. He's just standing watching. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Markakis is struck out. Bartolo Colon to K.
Well, this fastball here didn't have that same type of movement, but it's in a good location and able to get Nick Markakis on a swinging strike.
And here's Adam Jones. The previous shutouts the A's have picked up have all been combined starter bullpen. Nobody has a complete game shutout. Adam Jones will take it on the outside corner. He's 0 for 3. Updating you in the voting for the AT&T Player of the Game. You can still cast your vote. A, B, or C. 31826 results in the O's Extra post-game show. Runner at first is Hardy. Here's the 0-1. Jones with a slow roller. Bartolo Colon's got to go to first base. Off the mark. That's going to move runners into scoring position. Barton will track it down. Colon couldn't make the play. The Orioles runners at second and third. And 1 out.
Well, Jones just beats that one into the ground. Perfect position. Colon has to hustle to get off and rushes to throw. Barton again not able to make a pick down there at first base, and 2 runners in scoring position. And the Orioles are threatening right here.
And that will be it for the starter. Bartolo Colon will leave with a 2-0 lead, but responsible for runners at second and third, and the closer for Oakland. Belfour will come on in his 13th game. He is 6 out of 7 converting saves. Only 5 hits in the 13 innings worked. A good strikeout to walk ratio. Left-handers have done nothing against him, and not much better for the right-handers. Here we go. The Orioles have the potential tying run on at second base here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. And only one away. Belfour came on and worked in the first game of this series and picked up his 6th save. By the way, Adam Jones was credited with a single and a throwing error by Belfour that allowed the runners to move up. Hardy to third and Jones to second base. Error on Cologne on the throw.
Well, Adam Jones running hard out of the box. It really doesn't matter where he hits the ball. He's been getting out of there and putting the pressure on the defense, but Cologne obviously aware of that and has to hurry the throw and throws it up the first base line.
So Matt Waiters with only one away. Waiters against Belfour is 1 for 4. 31,793 on hand, and getting to see not only a great ball game but a tremendous finish one way or the other. One down. Waiters looking for his first hit of the series. He's 0 for 6 and will take the pitch away for a ball.
Well, Matt obviously off to a great start this month with his 6 home runs, but with Matt there and Chris Davis lurking in the on-deck circle, some really good opportunity back to back.
Here's the 1-0, and that'll be foul back. Belfour's 28th game lifetime against the Orioles. He's 2-0, a 2.45 ERA, and 3 out of 4 in save opportunities in his career. Belfour taking over the closer role after being the setup man for the A's. Hardy's at third base. Jones is on at second. 2-0, bottom of the 9th. Waiters takes it, and it's a strike.
A questionable call right there. I don't think Matt liked it very much.
All Cologne can do is watch now after a tremendous 8 1/3 inning performance. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Waiters in the air to left center field. Waiters got a lot of that. Smith back of the wall. It hits off the middle of the wall. Going to second. Waiters. Ball game is tied. 2-2. Waiters 2 RBIs.
Oh, nice at bat by Matt Waiters. Gets a slider here. Backs it up and drives it off the left field wall. Scoring 2. Tie ball game. Nice hustle in the second base as well.
He almost won it, as that was close to being a home run. And now with a potential winning run out there, Waiters will come off.
Matt Waiters, the spoiler of Bartolo Colon's nice outing.
Andy Chavez will run for him, but Matt Waiters has tied the ball game up. 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning and the Orioles' 8th hit. And now a chance to win it. Here's Chris Davis. Waiters has picked up 15 RBIs on the season. Not going to give Davis the chance, as the intentional pass will be issued by Belfour. This is only the 2nd walk the Orioles have had in the ballgame. And Betamit on deck. Well, we were talking about yesterday the intentional walk backfiring on Girardi, backfiring on Joe Madden. Let's see if Bob Melvin's call here pays off, going by the numbers, obviously. Melvin wants to get Betamit up there. Davis has had one of the hottest bats in the lineup.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty obvious move for as hot as Chris Davis is right now.
And a chance for a double play.
Sure.
That'll bring Kurt Young out of the Oakland dugout. The pitching coach will make his way to the mound.
A little bit of strategy going on. Kurt Young obviously talking about pitch selection, talking about what Wilson Betamit likes and doesn't like, reviewing the scouting report that I'm sure they've gone over on every Orioles hitter.
So Belfort, his second blown save of the year. His first one came on Wednesday. Now the Orioles will try and put away a win. We told you the Orioles have won 4 games where they've trailed after 7. They did that only 5 times last year. They're trying to do it for the 5th time this month. Chavez, the runner at second base. On at first. There's Davis. Betamit has had an 0 for 3. Belfort's pitch to him is a strike. Leaders with the big RBIs to tie it up. Betamit 0 for 3 off Belfort. 0-1. That'll be outside, 1-1. The outfield has to cheat a little bit. In the center and left, they've moved in a little. Smith and Cespedes. In right field, Reddick's playing back with a left-hander up. With Chavez having good speed, any base hit, obviously, they've got to be able to get that ball back into the infield. And Chavez trying to get as big a lead as he can, that secondary lead at second base.
Well, he certainly wants to take what they're going to give him. And they're not really holding him too tight. So he's going to try to stretch it out, because this is where baseball becomes a game of inches. If there's a base hit in the outfield, outfielders have shortened up a little bit. You got to take what you can out there as a base runner. Take advantage of every inch so that they're, obviously there's going to be a close play at the plate. This is the game-winning run.
2 ball, 1 strike count. Betamit will take it away. 3-1.
Well, Wilson
on deck.
Wilson being very patient up there right now. He's in a good hitter's count.
Oriole fans are up. 3-1 delivery. Betamit in the air. He got all of it. Way back. Goodbye off the top. Home run, Wilson Betamit. And the Orioles have come back to win it in the bottom of the 9th inning. Wieters, 2 RBIs to tie it. Betamit, a homer to win it. Unbelievable finish. The Orioles beat the A's 5-2. Take the series 2-1 with a dramatic 5-run 9th inning. Tomorrow, the Orioles will head to New York, 3 against the Yankees. Jason Hamill against Hiroki Kuroda, 6:30. O's Extra presented by Jeep. Our game at 7. For Mike Wardick and all of our crew, I'm Gary Thorne. This has been a Masson presentation. Jim and Rick, you'll want to watch this one again. Have a great evening, everybody. New York, here come the O's from Camden. Adieu.